Proverbs of Solomon from LetGodBetrue.com.
Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 7. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Lady Wisdom rejects free speech. She only says excellent things and right things. She speaks the truth and hates wicked words. Every word she utters is righteous, and she never says corrupt or perverse things. This is perfect speech. Wisdom is gloriously pure, without deceit or lies, unlike any other source of information you have ever encountered. If you are tired of the vain and profane rants of this world's liars and perverts, then read and learn the Bible and its pure words of truth and wisdom. This chapter of Proverbs personifies wisdom as a woman, Lady Wisdom. Solomon did this to exalt wisdom personally and powerfully to you. The main lessons of the chapter are to see the value of wisdom, the benefits that come from having it, and the easy availability of it for those who want it. The proverb before you describes wisdom as loving truth and hating wicked thoughts. All men are fools by nature. All men are liars by nature. And all men are corrupt and perverse by nature. Therefore, when they open their mouths, out comes a flood of folly and evil. This is the way of men. The only cure is God's wisdom, which begins by fearing God and grows by learning His precious words. Evolutionists babble arrogantly for hours about a Big Bang they never witnessed and cannot prove. Americans cackle profanely on cue from comedians spewing one-line, inane jokes and jests. College students pompously debate issues about which they know less than nothing. Politicians promise things not one sane person knows can be or will be done. Rappers, calling themselves artists, chatter like baboons about twisted sex and murder. Benjamin Spock's followers sound off about training a new generation of anarchists. Muslims chant toward a black meteorite in Mecca and plan the next jihad. Tree huggers cry about owls losing nests to loggers while aborting their own babies. Courts rule that two men can have a marriage, but the same courts outlaw bestiality to protect animals. Professors worry about noise pollution irritating dolphins, but argue that capital punishment does not deter murderers. Preachers bleach their hair and teeth as they turn from truth to fables. These salesmen promise freedom to hearers while they are slaves to sin themselves. Hypocrites talk kindly and shake hands, but are inwardly full of hatred. Whores flatter men and seduce them into beds of death and hell. Foolish children curse their parents, and odious wives argue against their husbands. When will you get sick of free speech? How many more lies will it take to demand truth in everything you hear? Men do not have the right to say anything they wish. They have the responsibility to speak the truth. Free speech without regard to truth is from hell, where the father of lies is preparing speeches for the ACLU, the National Organization of Women, PETA, and the United Nations to further undermine truth in the world and captivate millions following him to hell. But every word of God is pure. The Bible tells the truth about your origin. It repudiates jesting, as it demands sobriety. With glorious simplicity, it exalts loving marriages, happy homes, spiritual churches, mighty nations, and prosperous businesses. It cuts through the deceit and errors of men to exalt pure truth. Wise men will read, consider, and apply the Bible to their lives. Wisdom can teach you the knowledge and skill of sound speech. It can give you certain words of truth to answer those who ask questions. Lady Wisdom will fill your heart with pleasant things for a perpetual treasure, a heritage you can give your children. Wisdom can teach you the pureness of heart that results in the gracious speech that wins the love of kings. Lady Wisdom will guide you to speaking the right word at the right time. Why would you ever consider remaining a fool? Wisdom is offered to you today in the visible creation that you can see around you and the proverb that is before you. Every one of her words is pure truth. She will never deceive you. Love her, and she will make you great. Wisdom is the principal thing, so by all means get wisdom. And where is wisdom found? In the words of the living and true God that are found in the Bible. Surround yourself with truth. Reject worldly men and their wicked ideas. Find a Bible-preaching church where others have the same convictions of this proverb. There you can learn truth and wisdom the world does not know. There you can learn that Jesus, Lord of ancient Greek philosophers, is coming to judge the world in righteousness for every man's words. Believe on him today.